There's a detail in the David and Goliath story we usually skip past because it makes things uncomfortable. Saul is there. The king isn't absent from the battlefield. He isn't unaware of the threat. He hears Goliath's challenge every day, just like everyone else. In fact, the text tells us that this has gone on for weeks, morning and evening, the same taunt and the same silence. And that silence belongs first to Saul. This is not a small thing. Saul is the king Israel begged God for. He's tall, he's imposing, he is a warrior. He has been chosen specifically so Israel could have a leader like the other nations, someone who could go out before them and fight their battles. Goliath is the exact kind of enemy Saul was meant to face, but Saul never steps forward. He doesn't challenge Goliath. He doesn't pray publicly. He doesn't even speak. He stays in the background while fear settles in and spreads throughout the camp. That should change how we read the story. The problem isn't just that there's a giant on the field, it's there's a vacuum where leadership should be. Fear doesn't just rise from the bottom up, it trickles down. When the one who should move first stays silent, everyone else learns to just stay put. That's why David's arrival on the scene is so jarring. When David eventually stands before Saul, this should have been the moment that sparked him to action. It should have been the reminder, the spark. Instead, Saul hands David his armor. He transfers responsibility instead of reclaiming it. He passes to someone else what he was called to do. That detail is significant because it reveals something subtle and something dangerous. Fear doesn't always look like panic. Sometimes it looks like calm delegation. Sometimes it looks like silence. Sometimes it looks like staying present, but disengaged. This isn't shaming Saul. It's about recognizing how quickly fear at the top reshapes everything beneath it. When leadership goes quiet, courage becomes scarce. When responsibility is avoided, everybody feels it. And so this is the question worth sitting with today. Where has silence replaced leadership in your life? And I'm not asking you about other people. I'm asking you to look inward. Not loud failure, but quiet absence. The conversation you haven't had. The step you know you should take, but keep postponing. The moment where someone else is carrying what you were meant to carry. Sometimes the crisis isn't the giant. It's the space left empty when fear keeps someone from stepping forward. Thanks for spending a few minutes with me before the noise today. And don't forget, courage doesn't start with shouting. It starts when someone decides not to stay silent. God loves you more deeply than you could possibly imagine. I'll see you tomorrow.